Very delicious. Hello, today we're going to make Mongolian dumplings. It's called in Mongolian language Buuz. When you bite into the dumplings, it's nice and very brothy, and then it kind of falls apart, the meat. Now you see why I have to knead it thinner on the edge, because you don't want to have all crumbled dough on top of this dumpling. Like this. This is how it looks. Here we go. Okay, let's go ahead and start it. We're going to make the dough first. It's only flour. This is unbleached flour. I am using the Safeway organic unbleached flour and some salt, pretty much water. That's it. The dough is just made water, salt, and flour. I'm going to include the recipe down in the below in the description, so make sure look into that when you follow this recipe. We just use our hand. So the reason I'm doing this video today is because on February 18th, it's going to be Mongolian New Year celebration. And then back in home in Mongolia, the culture-wise, if you do go to anybody's home, one meal that you're going to expect for sure is dumplings. There is no family has non-dumpling home. It's like everybody has their own kind of dumplings. And I will show you my version of Mongolian dumplings. So you're going to knead it about a couple minutes, like 2-3 minutes. And you're going to cover this and let it rest. Okay. Now the dough looks like this, a little bit sturdy. See if I kind of pull it out, it's like this much. It's not very soft, but it's not too hard. So I'm going to let this dough rest. I'm going to put it back into the bowl and cover this. Okay, so now while the dough is resting, we're going to prepare the meat. So that way we can save time. It needs to rest about 5-10 minutes. Okay, so I have the meat here. And we're gonna just dump everything. Onions. And garlic. My seasoning. Water. Now you see, I'm going to mix this. So the reason I used half ground meat, half chopped meat is because the texture, when you bite into the dumplings, it's nice and very brothy, and then it kind of falls apart, the meat. If you just use the ground meat itself, it comes very clumpy, almost same as texture of the meatballs. But then this one, you want to have it broken once you bite it, easily broken. So that's why I use half and half. I'm going to put tiny amount, about teaspoon of meat, and I'm going to put it in the micro about 45 seconds. Okay, so the reason I cooked tiny bit is because I wanted to make sure that my seasoning is perfect. Okay, let me go ahead and try it, because you don't want to season it and then make your dumplings and cook it, and you try it like, oh, this needs a little bit of salt, or this needs a little less salt, or this and that. So you have opportunity to now add if you need it. Okay, so I'm happy. Okay, let's go ahead and make it. By the way, I'm going to steam the dumplings in this steamer. it has 2 tiers, but today we're going to use only one. So it disassembles like this. This is the first layer, tray, and this is the second one. We have to kind of grease it and assemble the dumplings. But I have some water inside here, and we're going to cover this and boil the water. Once the water boils, we're going to put these dumplings inside like this and going to cook it 15 minutes. Oh, and also, I was shopping my meat yesterday in Costco, and I saw they are selling bamboo steamer, and it has its own little metal adapter, so you can put it into different sizes of pot. It was like $16.99 or $15.99, somewhere around there. I have never used it myself. I think it should work also. Now let's go ahead and grease the tray. You can use butter, oil, but I have pan. Okay. Now we're going to make the dumplings. We're going to pinch it. Now you see my dough is nice and smooth after it's rested. Rested about 8 minutes. You can use your cutting board to make this. So you can even use the knife to cut this. Sprinkle a little flour. And then size-wise, it's up to you. Like this is good. Okay, now going to make it flat like this. Because we're going to flatten it, so I'm trying to make it round. You don't have to be perfect round. Sprinkle some flour. Now it looks like this. Okay, now let's go ahead and put the filling inside. Get your flattened dough. You put about 1 teaspoon of meat, and with your index finger, hold it in the middle. You pinch this and then grab here, another grab and pinch it. Grab one more time and pinch it. So it looks like this. Okay, let's try one more time. Put your meat inside. Pinch first here. Grab this end. Again here. One more time. Another time. So we're doing about 5 times pinching. Let's try one more time. You put your meat inside. This is a little too much. And as I'm going, I'm pressing with my left thumb my meat down. So pinch it, pinch once more, pinch again, pinch it again here, and pinch it.
Can you show the Mongolian way, like the?
So, let me show you the common way. Let's do 2 here. As you notice, my dough, it's a little bit thinner on the edge because you're going to pinch it. And then the middle, it's a little bit thicker than outer part. So when you make it flat, as you notice, I'm kind of kneading in the corner all around it, more thinner. In the middle, you have a little bit of like a bump. Okay, now let's do very traditional Mongolian way. Put your meat inside. Now you're going to just continue pinching, okay? So you push, always remember, push, gently push, not like push, it comes out on the other side. So pinch it and pinch it. I'm doing slowly to show you. As you're pinching, you're pushing with your thumb and it goes like this. So keep pinching like this. So it comes like that. You can close it up even you want to. Okay, let's try one more time. Okay, pinch it, pinch again. Now you see why I have to knead it thinner on the edge, because you don't want to have all crumbled dough on top of this dumpling, like this. There's one more way. Some people also do it like this. Pinch it from both sides, grab it. Comes like that too. All right. Last year I made about 200 ahead of time. It took me about a couple days. Each day I was spending about 2 hours, and then I made 200 dumplings myself and I froze them. So when the guests came, I did not have any problem with serving them with dumplings. But then if you have huge family in Mongolia, you have to have at least 500 to 1,000 dumplings. And then what they do is they all together as siblings sit together and make it, and they have fun talking, It's like a family reunion when they do the dumplings. So when it gets closer to getting filled, your tray, you need to turn on your stove. So let the water boil, because you want to save your time as well. So now water is boiling. Be very careful when you put this tray inside. Then we're going to cook that for 15 minutes. If your dumpling ended up a little bigger size, then it wouldn't hurt to cook it 20 minutes. 15 minutes is up. Let's go ahead and try it out. Okay, this is how it looks. Gonna put it here. And it's a good idea to fan it a little bit. It smells good, very good. Okay, now we're going to take it out of the tray. This is how it looks. If your fingers cannot handle this the heat, then you can use some spatula like this. If you do not grease your tray enough, like that, while you're removing it, this part can tear and you're going to lose all the broth into the water. So when you remove it, be careful and also oil it well. You see one with the opening, I can even go like this. You see how much soup it has, how much broth it has. So when you eat it, be very careful, because this is how they normally eat. The dumpling is here with the broth inside. You bite it gently here and then sucks into the broth. It's hot, but when the weather is so cold, when you just came from outside, it's a really nice treat. Very delicious. Let's go ahead and cut it in half and see. You see? And then this is how it looks inside. It smells really good. Here we go. Very delicious. Enjoy it. If you don't want to cook it now, you can put it on this cutting board and then freeze it. It will take about 3-4 hours to freeze it. And then once it's frozen completely, you put it into a Ziploc bag and seal it. And then it's good in the freezer for another 2-3 months. And then if you want to cook it, you don't have to defrost it when you cook it. Take it out of the freezer and then grease your tray. Put it on the tray. Once the water is boils, cook it. But you need to cook it longer, which is about 30 minutes. Remember the fresh one, 15-20 minutes, but the frozen one, you need to cook it for 30 minutes. Okay?